Let's head across Manchester then to United. Nothing yet. That needs to change pretty quickly. Given how last season ended, Erik ten Hag needs to start reshaping this squad.
I think he wants to assess his squad first of all, but if you look at social media, I don't know how much of a guide that should be, but lots of Manchester United fans very, very worried about the lack of transfer activity at Old Trafford. But the message I'm getting is there's no panic there at the moment. United have got a strategy about how they're going to approach this transfer window. There are significant funds available. That's not been the issue with regard to United since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. But now more than ever, I think the emphasis is on getting the right player and getting the right price. Now, under the guidance of John Murtough, they're starting to do more of a streamlined scouting operation, strengthened data analysis. And with that in mind, two of the players I want to talk about just now very quickly, Christian Eriksen is one that they are very, very interested in. Long-term admirer of Erik ten Hag. Initial contact has been made with Eriksen's representatives, and there is a feeling that a deal is there to be done. However, I think there is a deal to be done with a number of clubs and Christian Eriksen. No transfer fee involved, of course. And I think ultimately the decision of where Eriksen plays next season will come down to Christian Eriksen. Frankie de Jong is the one we've been talking about for the past 2 or 3 weeks. United remain in talks with Barcelona over the signing of the Dutch international midfielder. The clubs are still apart in their valuations, though. And the issue that United have got is that they didn't want to rush into this deal simply responding to any noise on social media that I mentioned before, only because that would play into the hands of Barcelona. If they rushed into that deal, Barcelona would think there's desperation here, let's put the price up. But I think United are still hopeful that they can strike a deal, and there is a growing belief that the player may want to reunite with Erik ten Hag. It's just, at the moment, United will not be rushed. That's the mantra, I think.
It's quite a fine balance,
they've got other targets
between rushing things and actually getting the players in for the start of the season. Then.
I think that with de Jong, it's a kind of a unique situation because Barcelona have got much publicised financial problems and United are aware of that. So are they going to play on the fact that Barcelona have got these issues? Whereas Barcelona know that United could be desperate to bring in a central midfielder. It is their number one priority. Are they going to play on that? It's a kind of game of brinkmanship at the moment, and I think something is going to have to meet in the middle. Otherwise, United are prepared to walk away from this deal if they don't get the reasonable price that they're after.
And what else from a United perspective in terms of both incomings and outgoings, of which there have been a good few already?
There's another Ajax player that we'll talk about, and it's becoming a common theme with Erik ten Hag, going back to what he knows, what he trusts. Lisandro Martinez. Now, this was a player that we spoke about over the weekend that Arsenal have been in talks with Ajax over. United are interested as well. He was a regular under Erik ten Hag at Ajax over the past couple of seasons. The information I'm getting at the minute, though, that position, contrary to what some Manchester United fans might think, is not a priority position. But I think that's because of the number of central defenders that Manchester United have got on their books at the moment. You're looking at Varane, Maguire, Lindelof, Phil Jones, Eric Bailly are still on the books. Now, whether Manchester United fans believe or not that they are the right players for United, the fact of the matter is they're under contract. And it's very difficult just to say, right, let's just sell this player and bring this player in. But there is an obvious interest in Lisandro Martinez, and it's obvious to know why, because Erik ten Hag has worked with him before. Antony is another player. He plays for Ajax as well, a Brazilian winger. At the moment, it's at the interest-only stage. But again, another player that Erik ten Hag does like and does trust. As far as departures are concerned, we've been talking about Nottingham Forest's interest in the goalkeeper, Dean Henderson. Now, talks are continuing over Dean Henderson. Still no final agreement. That's because Manchester United at the moment want to do that as a straight loan, whereas Nottingham Forest are pushing for an option. Now, to the background to this, Brice Samba, the Nottingham Forest number one, he is not going to sign a new contract. He's got 1 year left on his contract. There are advanced negotiations between Nottingham Forest and Lens over the signing of Brice Samba. But Forest won't finalise that deal until they've brought in a replacement. But that replacement in Dean Henderson is bringing with it its own complications. They're definitely one to watch. And I think that what else is under discussion with regard Henderson is the fact that he's going to be on big money. He only signed a new contract at Old Trafford 2 years ago. And if you sign a new contract at Manchester United, chances are you're going to be on big money. Nottingham Forest aren't going to be wanting to pay all of those wages. Another player, very, very quickly, that possibly could be on his way out is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Now, I'm told he's prepared to fight for his place at United, but he's at the stage of his career where he wants regular first-team football wherever he's going to be. Now, if that's not going to be at United, there is a consideration that he could move. Now, United, I'm told, would consider offers for him, suitable offers for him, but everyone is quite relaxed about that situation, simply because Wan-Bissaka's got 2 years left on his contract and the club have an option of a further year. So there's no immediate rush to do that deal, but maybe one to keep an eye on as well, as Erik ten Hag assesses all of his squad and sees who he wants to bring in and who he may think I can let go of.